On September 17th, at 10:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we experience a super full moon and partial lunar eclipse in Pisces. This celestial event is conjunct with Neptune, the modern ruler of the sign, inviting us to surrender to truth, join the flow of life, release our attachment to illusions, and navigate endings and transitions with faith. The super full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces offers opportunities to let go of what no longer serves us, make space for new beginnings, and realign with our true path. Twice a year, eclipses revolutionize our inner and outer worlds. Eclipse season is a time unexpected changes, filled with unforeseen opportunities for transformation, quantum leaps, and breakthroughs. By increasing pressure and discomfort, eclipses push us to grow faster than we normally would, release something that no longer serves us, upgrade our lives, and embody a new level of awareness. This is the first eclipse of this season, and the first one in Pisces since 2017. Lunar eclipses are supercharged full moons that bring a powerful energy of release, cleansing, and completion. These are potent opportunities to close cycles, make radical changes in our lives, and release our attachment to something that holds us back and keeps us stagnant. During a lunar eclipse, the moon is partially or totally covered by the Earth's shadow. This lunar eclipse is partial, which is less intense than a total one, while a full moon brings to light something previously unknown, hidden, or uncertain, illuminating what we need to know and acknowledge. While the moon is eclipsed, we may have trouble identifying clearly what we are truly feeling, what we need, and what is happening for us emotionally. Nevertheless, we have an opportunity to deepen our introspection and gain new insights into unresolved emotional issues. Eclipses are like cosmic power surges, catalyzing pivotal shifts and turning points. Transitions, surrender, and escape are all part of this dreamy sign's domain. Pisces teaches us to let go of control, to trust the flow of life and become one with it. Pisces is connected to truth, with a capital T, to the true nature of reality and to what is meant to be, despite our desires, preferences, and resistance. As we complete our journey through the 12 signs, the sense of self we formed throughout the previous 11 stages dissolves, and we become, once again, one with everything that exists. When a lunar eclipse takes place in the last sign of the zodiac, the energy of completion and closure is exponentially magnified. Huge shifts are happening, and this event is asking us to surrender our attachment to outcomes, goals, and ambitions, and welcome instead what is true, what life has in store for us. The lunar eclipse in Pisces invites us to take a look at what is ending in our lives and how we are relating to letting it go. It is an opportunity to pay attention to how we navigate transitions and to how we feel when the time is ripe to close a chapter. But we have no clue about what comes next yet. This marks the first eclipse in Pisces since 2017, and it's set to shake things up in true Pisces style, affecting our emotional, creative, and spiritual lives. Eclipses often bring rapid change, and with dreamy Pisces in the mix, expect intense feelings and a surge of creative energy. Here's where things can get a little wonky in 2024. Pisces is the sign of denial and illusion, which can stall our willingness to confront the things that need to change. We might think we've found the perfect solution, only to see it shapeshift suddenly. It might take until the October 2nd solar eclipse in Libra before we can truly figure out the best path forward. Be patient and embrace the exploratory process. Pisces governs music, meditation, and mental health, so there could also be a greater focus on creative expression and holistic well-being. This eclipse gives us all permission to release any shame we have around our painful past and to find support. The lunar nodes have fundamental importance in both Vedic and evolutionary astrology. In evolutionary astrology, the lunar south node has to do with habitual tendencies, patterns, and behavior that tend to keep us stuck in the past, perpetuating familiar cycles. This point informs us of our existing talents and natural gifts. It is an energy we know well, and also a place we tend to get stuck in. In Vedic astrology, the South Node is associated with detachment, past karma, and spiritual insights. The Lunar South Node has been in Libra since July 2023 and is going to enter Virgo in January 2025. In evolutionary astrology, the Lunar North Node is associated with our collective evolutionary direction and holds the key to balance the pull of the South Node. The North Node pushes us to explore, grow, and challenge ourselves. This lunar eclipse in Pisces, conjunct with the North Node in Aries, invites us to release what prevents us from moving forward, to close cycles that keep us from growing and leave the past behind. A prelude to the upcoming North Node ingress into Pisces, this event emphasizes the need to surrender to the flow, let go of security blankets, and allow endings to make space for new beginnings. As the lunar eclipse takes place, the full moon is conjunct with Pisces' modern ruler, Neptune. Neptune is the planet associated with the impulse to transcend the human experience and connect with something greater than ourselves. Named after the mythological god of the sea, the modern ruler of Pisces is completing his transit through his domicile and is now in retrograde motion at 28 degrees and 35 minutes of the sign. The conjunction between the super full moon and Neptune, simultaneously opposing the sun in Virgo, highlights the gifts and the challenges of navigating an increased sensitivity, empathy, and awareness of what is happening to others and in our environment. The activation of Neptune erases the boundaries between us and the world, opening the doors of perception, thinning the veil between the personal and the collective, the conscious and the unconscious. Around this time, it is easier to access deeper levels of intuition and unlock psychic gifts. However, this energy can also be perceived as confusing and overwhelming, particularly if we find it hard to remain grounded and centered in ourselves and discern what is ours from what isn't. Neptune's activation also suggests that we will have chances to become aware of the illusions and delusions we have been unknowingly shaping our lives around, mistakenly believing them to be true. This eclipse will bring disillusioning experiences for some of us as a way to redirect us toward our true path. The Sun in Virgo and the Moon in Pisces are squaring Pisces' traditional ruler, Jupiter, now transiting at 20 degrees of Gemini. Squares are angles indicating tension, friction, and conflict between parts of our personality with different needs and wants. Jupiter's squares to the Sun and the Moon can exacerbate the struggle between our need to have everything under control, take care of all the details, and rationally understand what is going on, and the invitation to follow our intuition and trust life that this eclipse brings. The planet of growth, optimism, and excess, Jupiter's involvement magnifies our desire to grow and learn, challenging us to reconcile the spiritual and the intuitive with the practical and the rational. This eclipse asks us to release our attachment to beliefs, worldviews, and philosophies that no longer serve us and challenges us to confront uncomfortable truths, to gain more insights into the purpose of what we are experiencing in the present, particularly when it comes to endings and transitions. It is helpful to embark on a journey through time and pay attention to how something started. This super full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces marks the completion of a 6-month cycle that started on March 10th, 2024, with a new moon in Pisces, also conjunct with Neptune. We are now reaping the fruits of what we began back then, seeing the results of our efforts, and witnessing the manifestation of our intentions. It is a powerful time to look back and pay attention to what has been unfolding for us, what we have created, and what we are ready to release. This is also the first eclipse in Pisces since the last cycle of eclipses on the Virgo-Pisces axis, between 2015 and 2017. Reflecting on what happened in our lives during those years can offer us valuable insights and keys to navigating this eclipse and the upcoming ones next year. Ultimately, the lunar eclipse in Pisces brings us an invitation to surrender to a higher plan and align with life's timing instead of forcing our timing and agenda on life. This eclipse reminds us to trust in the natural unfolding of events and encourages us to allow ourselves to be guided by our intuition. Use. Eclipse season is prime time for shadow work, and it makes sense metaphorically. During a lunar eclipse, the Earth's shadow literally paints the moon blood red in the sky. A solar eclipse has a similar darkening effect. As the moon passes directly over the sun from our vantage point on Earth, it blocks out the light. The 2 weeks of eclipse season can feel heavy and eerie, at least until we surrender to doing the inner work these loaded moonbeams want from us. Enigmatic parts of our lives can be unpacked, processed, and reclaimed during these biannual cycles. The hardest part is shifting gears from the external to the internal. Like shining a flashlight on the monster under the bed, we can be freed from the fears running wild in our imagination. Perhaps the most important thing to do near September 17th is to pay attention to the energy and emotions that you're putting out into the world. What goes around comes around. Karma, remember? Lean into the compassionate, charitable vibes of this zodiac sign and make some deposits in the old karmic bank account. That wise investment could pay dividends over the next 2 years as eclipses continue to touch down in the sensitive, soulful water sign. This September brings us the power and beauty of a partial lunar eclipse and full moon in Pisces. Eclipses signify significant periods of change and transformation. These shifts don't take place all at once, though. They start or continue on an eclipse, but their work continues throughout the period. When eclipses are occurring in the same set of signs, consider it a preview of what's to come and an opportunity to find closure in what is past. Mystical Pisces is the sign of manifestation. The lunar eclipse and full moon in Pisces is a magical time with the potential for healing and release. Pisces represents the vastness of the universe and teaches us the interconnectedness of all beings. Symbolized by the fish and ruled by the planet Neptune, this sign inspires us to expand our dreams and feel our internal mysticism. This eclipse is the first on the Virgo-Pisces axis with the Sun in Virgo. It is connected to the next 2 years of eclipses that will take place on this energetic axis. This lunar eclipse is a time to embrace your most spiritual self and open your consciousness to the possibilities of the cosmos. It's a time to experiment with different forms of meditation, sound frequencies, and other energetic work. It's a time to open yourself to new realms of thought and evolve your vision to a higher level. Know that anything is possible on a lunar eclipse in Pisces. This full moon is also a supermoon, meaning the moon will appear larger in the sky due to its close proximity to the Earth. We tend to feel a supermoon intensely, as if it has a greater pull on our body because of its closeness. This intensity, coupled with the vibrations of the eclipse, will make this full moon in Pisces feel amplified in our energetic, emotional, and even physical bodies. As our subtle frequencies and vibrations become more apparent, we can explore our inner consciousness to a greater degree. This eclipse has the potential to open your consciousness to understanding yourself as an energetic being connected to the infinite energy of the universe. This understanding can help you release control over your life, knowing that you already have everything you need. Full moon. Lunar eclipse energy can be intense. Lunar eclipses are teachers and catalysts. Eclipse seasons can be a deeply transformative time. Eclipse energy is powerful enough to alter the direction of your life and propel you into a whole new phase. If changes need to be made in your life, An eclipse can set that in motion, whether you want it to or not. It can push things along, causing abrupt changes and endings in your life. They also allow you to see things that are normally hidden from view. They bring things to your attention so you can release them and make lasting, meaningful change in your life. Trust that the universe has your back right now. Trust that you are exactly where you are supposed to be. Whatever comes up for you as you move through this powerful time, trust that you are exactly on your path. You are right where you are meant to be, even if you don't understand it, even if you can't see why everything is happening right now. Eclipses are tricky. You can't always see or understand everything that's going on. Trust that it is all pushing you further along your path, which doesn't always feel good. If this powerful eclipse energy has you feeling heavy, tired, sad, etc., make sure you are taking extra gentle care of yourself as we move through this time. This particular eclipse occurs in the sign of Pisces, a sign deeply associated with intuition, dreams, and spiritual insight. Eclipses often signify the end of a cycle, prompting us to release what no longer serves us. But because this eclipse is the last of 2024, the significance of releasing will be felt big time. This can be emotional baggage, limiting beliefs, or unresolved issues. The energy of Pisces supports this release by encouraging us to trust our intuition and surrender to the flow of life. Pisces is a water sign, deeply connected to emotions and the subconscious. The lunar eclipse may bring hidden emotions to the surface, providing an opportunity for deep emotional healing. It's a time to nurture your inner self and practice self-compassion. The September 2024 full moon lunar eclipse is a potent time for deep transformation, emotional release, and spiritual awakening. Embrace the energies of this celestial event to align with your highest self and manifest profound changes in your life. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, please like, share, and comment so it can reach as many people as possible. Also, check out my channel for more videos like these. Thank you for being here. I'm grateful to have spent this time with you. I love you.